Aye, I've been... So, I don't even know where you begin with this story, so I feel like we should have had like something leading into it.
Just go for
But
it.
there's nothing to lead into
This
this.
is heavy exposing us, man.
So, when I was at school, right, late school, just specify that.
Late school.
I had a girlfriend at the time, right, and I was being sensible, and I thought, I'm going to get myself checked out. I want to be a sensible person here, serious relationship, I want to be sensible. So I'd only slept with two people at this time,
Right.
two lasses, and I'm trying to expose myself as a young boy, right, but it happens, right. So I had a pal at school, right, who was what you would call a mad shagger, right, so he got about, right, so I was like, right, I want to go get checked out, who will I ask to come with me? Oh, I know, I'll ask Mad Shagger if he wants to come with me, right? That's what I'm going to refer to him as, I'm not going to say who he is. So anyway, he's like, I no bother, so we get into Sandyford and do everything you need to do, get yourself checked, fucking grim man, get in. We do everything you need to do and all that, they're explaining everything and they're saying to us, right, so what will happen next is you'll get contacted by phone within the next 10 days.
Right.
So I'm thinking to myself, right, I'm like, right, I'm going to be fine here. If anything, I'm worried for him, like, he's in trouble here. Like, genuinely, like, I don't know off the top of my head, but he got a bit, like, he had a pure reputation. Like, one of the boys, like, fucking, and he always hung about people older and whatever, just a mad shagger, right? So, like, 6 or 7 days have passed, and he's texted me, like, oh, just get a phone call then, my results are fine, all clear. I'm like, that, right, I'm like, that, right, okay. I'm like, that, surely, fuck, man, I'm like, that, surely they're going to phone or text me, like, I must be the moral or something. 8 days goes by, nothing. 9 days goes by, nothing. 10, 11, 12, 13, about 13 days I think it was, and I was like, what the fuck's happening here? I was shitting myself, mate. I was like, what's going on? You think you're full world? I'm like, what's going on? Mate, and I'll always remember it vividly. I cycled, right, I had a bike, I cycled down to the gym down at Tollcross, see the Glasgow club, parked my bike up, went in to get changed, and I had and my phone started going for a number, right, and I was like, fuck, man. So I've answered it. And the guy started talking to me and he's like, Greg Patterson, blah blah, it's so-and-so for Sandyford, and I'm like, fuck, here we go, man. He's like, if you've got a wee spare 5 minutes, he's like, whereabouts are you now? And I'm like, I'm at the gym, blah blah, so he's like, just take yourself somewhere where you're going to be yourself. He's like, I've just got a bit of news for you. No. And I'm like, mate, I swear to God, I seen a boy I know in the gym, like, just, like, this must have been after the phone call, and he was like, you alright, mate? I was greeting. I had actual tears in my eyes, mate. I was actually greeting. So I went outside, spoke to the guy on the phone, right, and he's like, were
you greeting on the phone to him?
No, I think I started greeting towards the end of the phone call and I just hung up. But he's like, I'm just speaking to you about your results that have come back. He's like, you're negative for this, and negative for this, negative for this, but we have had, it's come back that you're positive for syphilis, right? Now, I've never heard of syphilis in my life. Do you know what syphilis is?
Yeah,
it's just that, I just think it is like an STD now, right?
I've heard it is just being an STD.
But like, I didn't have a fucking clue, mate, like, genuinely, right? And he's asking me, he's like, I just need to ask you a couple of questions. He's like, have you ever fell asleep at like a house party or that? And I'm like, no. And then I was like, have I? I was like, no. And I'm like, why is he asking all these questions? And he was asking these questions, mate, and I've just pure panicked, and I've hung up, and went and got my stuff, went back out, went on my bike, started cycling up the road. But I'm doing that thing where you walk with your bike, you're not cycling it, and I phoned my ma, and I'd be like, I don't know what else to do. I was like, ma, I've got syphilis. She's like, what? And I'm like,
Google syphilis, so
I Google it.
I'm
like, ma, I've got syphilis, and I phoned the lassie I'm going out with as well. I've got syphilis. So I've cycled up to the house, right? Went in, and they're both sitting there. So I went into the house, mate. They're both sitting there.
She's sitting there with your ma.
Both of them are sitting there, right? And the two of them are just a bit like, and it's just the worst. Mate, it's the worst situation you could ever possibly be in. And my ma's like, is there something you want to tell me? And I was like, I was on the phone to you. I told you, like, it's come back that I've got syphilis. And I was like, she's like, no, is there anything else you want to tell me? And I was like, no. And she's like, no, I don't know if this is true or not, right? But whatever website she's went on or whatever rabbit hole she's ended up doing, she's like, Greg, syphilis is most commonly passed from male to male contact. And then I'm like, and I'll be like, I've been bammed up. It was, at that moment, I was like, I've been fucking bammed up. And I've outed myself and fucking hingy. So I then see the boy that I went to Sandyford Way, I phoned him and I was like, and he's just burst out laughing. It was his stepdad. that had the phone and was bamming me up.
What?
I was getting bammed up.
No way!
Time, mate. Mate, honestly, it was at that point I was like, yeah, as soon as my ma said that, I was like, I'm getting fucking bammed up, man. Mate, honestly, fuck, man. Mate, I was in floods of tears, mate. Actually cycling my bike.
That is amazing.
In tears. Told my ma, told the lassie I was going at me.
Oh,
I had an STD.
no way.
My ma then went online and checked, and she's thought that I've been
capable about sex?
having bum sex. Mate, I was like that. What, man? See, the next day when I went to school, the boy who I went with, he must have recorded it.
That's
like, the full
amazing,
conversation,
man.
And all the boys were just watching it, pissing themselves laughing.
Oh,
man.
that's so good, man.
Mate, I will never ever forget.
So you didn't have syphilis?
I never had syphilis. No, I never had
That is
anything.
amazing.
And you know
man.
the worst thing is, I phoned Sandyford up after it, and I was like, yeah, what's happening? They're like, oh, we've not got you in the file. They'd lost like my results. They'd lost it. Like,
So
they'd lost me in the system. So I went back, go to check done, and there was nothing wrong with me. But
That's class,
do you know what
man.
it is? It was just that fucking like 7 days went past, and he was fine, and I was like, ah, surely fuck, man.
That's
and then
amazing.
he obviously knew that I was getting pure anxious because I was telling him, I was like, I've still not heard back from him. So he's obviously got his, I think it was his stepdad, his father-in-law, or something like that, to phone me and bam me up, mate. What a performance!
That is amazing, man. That's
mate,
class.
honestly, I remember.
That is amazing.
Boy, Friel, so when I came off the phone and I went into the gym, mate, there was tears in my eyes, and he was like, "Is everything all right?" And I was like, "I just got a bit of bad news."
That is class,
left
man.
the gym.
That is class. Who is it? Don't tell them. Tell me.
Who's the boy that I went, mate? I'll tell you when we're off camera. I don't know if you know what it is, but mate, it was one of the ones the next day, like. You're just sitting there laughing. You're like, fuck, man, you've got
that's
to
amazing. That's
absolutely
class,
done a belter, mate. Honestly, like that's probably the worst I've ever felt in my life, where your full body like just goes into pure shock. Like you think this is the end of the world. Like this is the end of the world. And know what the worst thing about it is? See, if I had just held off a few years, I wouldn't have had to fucking out myself to my ma. The lassie I was seeing at the time.
That's class, man.
Fucking.
How did they take it then when you said, by the way, this is the bam up?
They were laughing. You know, my ma loved shit like that. My ma was fucking
That is outrageous, man. I didn't see that coming at all.
My ma thought it was hilarious. The lassie I was going to at the time, I think, was laughing as well, and then all the boys the next day were laughing and all.
I know I was heavy wrecked that weekend, man. Somebody take advantage of me, somebody. That's nuts.
Mate, it's at that point when all you just start drinking, I was like, have I fell asleep at any parties? And I was doing that thing on the phone where I was like, have I fell asleep?
Oh, amazing, man.
Oh, mate.
That's